Venus is trining Pluto. Now, this is going to have a lot to do. I think it's going to have a lot to do with the Persephone Hades thing. As I mentioned, what was it for what was the one that we did at the end of April?
Oh,
The full moon. Oh, here it is.
Was it? I think it was actually an eclipse, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wasn't that the solar eclipse?
Yeah. So if you look at it's the eclipse horoscopes one, and I said that when Venus and Pluto get together, it's that Persephone Hades thing, and we had a Venus sextile sextile Pluto, and the following day, literally, the Supreme Court justices had a leak in within their system, and it had a lot to do with controlling sex. I said bad sex, but controlling sex is just as bad, in my opinion. And this very well might have something to do with that playing out, how that's going to play out, or we'll get some news about that. Whatever should be lifted, that because the trines remove those obstacles. So
yeah,
maybe we can get some other news on that front.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
I have the very watered down version of my Persephone Hades.
Yeah, I was going to say,
this
do you want to?
8-year-old. It gives me all the Greek mythology.
That's okay.
Yeah, Demeter. It was her daughter. She lost her daughter to Hades. Hades came up and stole her, and so Persephone had to go down below the underworld with Hades as a captive, and so Demeter stopped letting plants grow up on the earth, and until they had gotten that resolved, where Persephone was allowed to come back for a part of the time. So it's that same controlling, feeling.
Yeah. And Pluto is associated with the underworld and that, so that would be Hades, who was god of the underworld, and and interesting. But it will be very interesting to see. So what's that, the 21st of June? It'd be interesting to see if anything does come out about Roe v. Wade.
Yeah, it would be. I don't think I heard that. I don't know when the courts are going to get back together. Do they have a break? I don't know if they're doing it before the break. I have to investigate that. Well, we'll see what happens with that on that day.
Yeah.
See if you hear any news.
On a personal level, for people, I would kind of think intense. Because Pluto brings the intensity, so intense relationships, intense affections, for good or bad. You would hope that trine would be good. Some people like intensity, revel in it. Some people aren't comfortable with that, so even if it wasn't necessarily controlling or whatever, they just might not feel comfortable with it. But as Donna said, sometimes these trines and sextiles, they just make it easier for a planet to exert its energies. And in a case like this, it could just make it easier for Hades or Pluto to do something with Venus. But I would hope that it would be something a little less destructive. Hopefully just intense. And this could be, Venus could be, we could be looking at art, or we could be looking at beauty. We could be, these planets, like the houses, have many different significations. So
it could be changing up, just transforming an art piece. If you were doing, if you were working on an art thing and you're like, I really don't like how that bush looks in that painting, you could change it up. I mean, this would be the day. That's the kind of energy that is. Transformative. Could also as well transform a love relationship. Either move it up higher or change it completely.